It's here it's Tennessee, so we're gonna get the best guys here. That's just every year. Every time we're out there, it's competition. Nobody has a spot, nobody's comfortable. We're all working to get better.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Three-star offensive lineman Vysen has committed to Tennessee. He becomes the 22nd prospect in the class of 23 for the Tennessee football program. Becomes the third offensive lineman in this class. He joins four-star offensive lineman Shamrod Umarov, also joins three-star offensive lineman Aiden Bussell. This was a big one, man. This Vysen was a primary target after certain commitments went certain directions. There's still some openings out there for Tennessee to add some more talent in this class of 23 on the offensive line, but Vysen makes it official today. This was a big one. Chooses Tennessee over Auburn, LSU, and Texas. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it, but as always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We will be live tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the midweek show. Dauber, myself, JP will be on here kind of recapping a little bit of that Georgia game, looking ahead to the rest of the season, taking a look at some college football playoff rankings, all that and more. So make sure you join us tomorrow night. Also, we'll be live on Saturday, an hour before the game, tailgate show. We're going to make up the missed fan call-in show from this week. So you guys tune in for that. And then, as always, we'll be live immediately following the game. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's talk about it. Vysen you can see there on the screen, 6'4.5", 335 pounds. He's listed as an offensive tackle out of the state of Alabama. Now, he's a guy that more than likely going to end up playing on the interior offensive line for Tennessee. We'll see. But I like what this coaching staff did because it's way easier to take a guy that plays on the outside and move them into the inside. And they really made that offensive tackle position a priority in this class of 23. But again, Vysen more than likely going to end up sliding to the inside, playing offensive guard. We'll see how it plays out. You can see there, three-star prospect according to 24/7 Sports. He's ranked as the 22nd player out of the state of Alabama. Now, how did he end up at Tennessee? Excuse me. Well, he came in town. He officially visited back during the Florida game. Coming out of that game, a lot of buzz. And again, you talk about the environment. You talk about the atmosphere for that Tennessee-Florida game. And that's something that he talked about coming off of that visit. Here's a quote that he gave to SI.com, said this visit definitely boosted their chances of landing me. They set the bar very high for any school to match it or defeat it. They're going to, for one, have to have a good game like Tennessee and then just treat me like family. Absolutely amazing. And that's, going back to when Josh Heupel first took over. And what he was able to do with that class of 22 was pretty solid. He's building a pretty good foundation in the class of 23. And I expect that to only continue to grow as we move into the class of 24 because all he had to sell when he first got to Tennessee was culture and that family atmosphere, and that's something that a lot of kids talked about, that they came into Knoxville for visits, and they just felt like there's something about Knoxville that feels like a family atmosphere. But I feel like a lot of kids were sitting back and waiting. Was Josh Heupel, was this football team going to be the real deal? Now, they've seen themselves be all the way at the top of the college football playoff rankings. People can say Tennessee was overrated or they're not for real. I completely disagree. I think their resume speaks for itself. I've said for weeks and weeks that Georgia's the best football team in the country. The best football team won last Saturday. That's fine. Tennessee is still a really good football program in 2022. And as you continue to build on that, you're going to continue to pick up kids like Vysen. And then also he came back in town to visit for Alabama. Once again, the stage is set. You're bringing these kids on campus, college game days in town, all the buzz, all the spotlight is on Tennessee, and that's something it goes a long way. And this fan base is always going to show up, and they're always going to show out. That's what we do. We are foaming at the mouth for a successful football program. So the fact that Vysen Lang was in town for the Florida game officially, comes back in town for the game against Alabama unofficially, coming out of that visit, all the crystal balls started to come in for Vysen Lang to Tennessee. I don't know if there was a silent commitment made at that time, but I feel like Tennessee really picked up the momentum. One thing that Vysen Lang said about Tennessee, said, I love what Coach Heupel is doing. The direction of the program stands out, and Coach Heupel already has Tennessee up to number 2 in the nation. This is going back a couple of weeks ago. He said, I like the players they have, and I have a strong relationship with the staff as well. Now, when you look at what he does on film, it's almost hard to break down because he's so physically overpowering. Again, 6'4.5". 335 pounds. How much bigger? How much size can he add in a college weight room? Also, for his size, 6'4.5", 335 pounds, very athletic for an offensive lineman. You watch his tape, he seems to overpower everybody. Always, he just looks physically superior to everybody that he's facing. What's the level of competition there in Alabama where he's at? I'm not necessarily for sure on that, but just what he puts out there, what he puts on tape. There's no actual scouting report on him, but he gets his hands out. He gets guys to the ground. He's athletic. He can move around. He can get outside, do what he needs to do. I'm very excited about this pickup. Very excited about Vysen Lang making it official and committing to Tennessee today. Now, where do we go from here? I think we still need to continue to add talent on the offensive line. Before this commitment, Tennessee was ranked 12th overall in the class of 23, according to VAWLS 247. So we will see where he bumps them in terms of rankings. But I think Tennessee needs to add another offensive lineman. Again, you've got Shamrod Umarov. And Tennessee had several big-time targets, right? Shamrod Umarov, you had Lucas Simmons, you had Francis Mauigoa, and you also had Stanton Ramel. And Stanton Ramel is a guy that is starting to come back around, have conversations with Tennessee. That door is not necessarily shut at this point. So can Tennessee kind of get in his ear, continue those conversations, and get him decommitted from Michigan State and back in Good relationship, good standing with Tennessee. We'll see how that plays out. But again, Shamrod Umarov, the 4-star, already committed. And then again, Aiden Bussell, 3-star offensive tackle, committed as well. Trevor Duncan's a guy that I always throw out there as well when we're talking about the offensive line, because Trevor Duncan, the guy that 6'5", 277-pound athlete, he can play defensive line, offensive line. And I think he wants to play defensive line. Rodney Garner was his recruiter to Tennessee when he made his commitment. But I think also he's a team player. I think it's going to depend on how this class shapes up, how we wrap things up going into signing day. But Vysen Lang makes it official today. Big-time pickup for Tennessee. Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Go check out his tape. Again, no scouting report out there, but if you look at his tape, just physically dominant over everybody that he matches up with. But it is a big deal to get another one in the boat. Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/TalkinVaws. Any and all support greatly appreciated. I thank you guys for being patient with me this week as I continue to get over this flu junk. Hopefully back to business as usual tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time for the Wednesday night show. Also, thank you to all the members of the channel. You guys keep the lights on around here. We appreciate that. If you want to join the channel, you can hit that join button right down below. For as little as 99 cents a month, you get access to custom Talkin' VAWLS emojis, access to the fan call-in shows. You get your comments highlighted on air during live streams, all kinds of fun stuff. But that is going to do it for this one. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. But this is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.